It's the AK Option Trader back at you again with another look at stock market charts and some market analysis. Well, things have been very, very interesting the last couple of weeks, and I think it's due to continue here. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out for the next few weeks and for the rest of the summer, to be honest with you. Like I said earlier on the blog, I was expecting another rally back up to S&P 12,000, but it's getting more and more doubtful every day. You know, it's still a possibility, but like I said, it's just getting more and more doubtful. So let's look at some charts and see why. What we got here is the VIX, starting with the VIX, the VIX. This is the breakout area here. We've had it here for months, ever since last year, pretty much. This area here is the area we've been watching. Now we've broken out of it, and you can see that we're kind of maintaining out of it as well. We'll dip our toes back in there down to $28 range, 27. You know, down in that area. We haven't gotten it really any lower than 28, unless you count the flash crash thing. He did have that one day the rally down here to 24, but obviously it closed way up here at 33 that day, 32. So it's obvious that volatility is staying high. It's obvious that the VIX seemed to be finding a new range here, and if you zoom in on this area, you can see. So it's kind of got a new range from this 28, you know, up to 50. Up in that area here, more likely 28 to 37. And I could see it staying in there for a while, this 28 37 area, okay? It could break down. We could come back down here and test the 200 moving average, maybe bounce back up. But it just does not seem like it wants to break down into this area, down into here too much. Every time it gets down here, it wants to pop back up. So keep an eye on that. I think the VIX is going to continue to stay high up in that 30 range or something. Then we got the Dow, okay? This is one of the things that concern me. Dow, we broke out nice a few weeks ago beneath the 200 moving average. Here had a real nice retest right away. Real nice retest here, or dropped right back down like a rock on this day here. Now we're making all this up. So keep an eye on this day. If we take this top out here, this open at 10,250, okay, then the next one is going to be, the next real resistance is going to be the 200 moving average, which coincides with this high here. So that's going to be pretty strong resistance, and that is at 10,315. So keep an eye at 10,315. That would be an excellent spot for a reversal. Further look at the volume here. 1, 2, 3, 4 days down, going up into this rally, which is obvious. We expected low volume last week. We expect the volume to be low all summer. All right, so keep an eye on that. It looks like this rally could peter out real quick, right into this area here somewhere. And that's what I'm going to be expecting. If we go to the SPX, same type of thing. It's finding support around 1,040. Okay, that's where it's finding support, right in that area. It's tested it twice, rallied off of it twice. Now the key is, let's see if it comes all the way back up to the 200 moving average. Okay, if it fails to reach the 200 moving average, then this is a range that's breaking down, and we're going to have a downtrending range type forming. Okay, it's going to be in a downtrend, a clear downtrend, especially if it tops right in this area here or anywhere, you know, 1100 or somewhere around there. All right, if it breaks up and bops up here to the 200 moving average, then we're going to be looking at a trading range from 1040 up to 1110. All right, if it doesn't break above, so it's going to be up and down, that type of thing going on here. But it looks to me like the 200 moving average is serving as pretty decent resistance. It's been tested twice, it's held twice. Let's see if it does it again. If it fails to make it up there, that is a very bearish sign in my opinion. If you look at the NASDAQ, it looks much stronger. The NASDAQ is holding on the 200 moving average. It's trading both sides of the 200 moving average. It had a real nice move up and closed above it on Friday. All right, so rallied off this semi-doji, star long-legged doji, right up here, back up in here, above the 200 moving average, and could easily continue up. The NASDAQ has been showing strength as long as the Russell. And remember, I've held to the theory that these two will lead the movement down when it's time. The Russell bounced right off my support line of this channel I've had for a long time. I think I put it in the blog last week, the few days I've been blogging. Bounced right off of that thing. Boom. Took out the 200 moving average. Piece of cake. And now is above it. And another strong day, 649. So same type of scenario here. If it busts above 670, then we're probably in for another strong move up, and I'd be watching this resistance up here. But I'm thinking it might stay beneath the 660, so that's what I'm going to be watching for. I'm going to be watching for a holdout here, all right, on the Russell. So same type of thing. Now, the reason I say all this is I've been still watching the Euro-US dollar. And to me, what we've got going on here, right now it's up, as of this is live picture right now, all right? So it looked like it's kind of stalling out here, right in this area. So we'll see what happens overnight here. It's a late Sunday night I'm doing this. So if it starts dying out here, this is something I'll be watching for a drop off of here. I love these trades off moving average, up Bollinger Bands that come up just like this, these flags right here, like this here, drop. Here's a flag here, drop. Another gap up, drop. Same thing here, up, drop. Same thing, 1, 2, 3 days up, drop. So keep an eye on this. This looks like it's primed set up for that type of scenario here. Where it could come up and then boom, drop down real fast, one big candle, 1, 2 big days. So that's kind of why I'm leaning towards that, and that's what I'm going to be watching is the euro to see if it happens the way I think it will. You know, I don't know if we're going to get that S&P 12,000 like I was planning on, because if we hit it again, that was going to be my main short area. I was going to jump in shorts everywhere if we hit SP 12,000, but or 1200, pardon me. If we hit that, that was going to be my plan. I don't know if we're going to make it. I think we got a lot of resistance with the 200 moving average on a whole bunch of indices could get in the way. So that's kind of what I'm going to be looking for. Let's go ahead and look at a couple of stocks. All right, the first one we're going to start with is CMCO, Columbus McKinnon Corporation. Just like this, it's a lower volume stock, so you know, maybe not so much an options trade, but you know, a good stock buying opportunity. It seems to have a range set out here in this area. It's an uptrending range. Got a nice bullish engulfing candle here. Obviously, it played up to the 200 moving average. Maybe hold off a little bit and see if it breaks above, and then play it all the way back up here. Pretty good percentage move. You know, you're looking at $5 move, and then in the scheme of things, a $6 move and a $20 stock, up and down, up and down. So keep an eye on the CMCO. Good long-term play. Obviously, I'd use these lows as stops, or could use the support and resistance as stops on CMCO. So I like that one. AD, I guess it helps if you put this on the old chart. Next one is Autodesk, one we've talked about before in the past. Just look at the 200 moving average here. Seems like every time it hits, has a nice rally off, and it's done the same thing here. It actually breached it, but now it looks like it's moving up again. So if it breaks out this gap, if it clears above this gap here, so plus 28, I'd play it to the long side for a nice move up to the upside here. If not, if this gap holds and it comes down and breaks that 200 moving average, and you play it to the short side. You got to like those kinds of trades, right? Either side, I love that. And then finally one more. JBHT is the ticker symbol. Another one, but what I like about this is it breached the 200 moving average, retested, actually took it out, but it kind of got a long candle here. But you got a nice little downtrend right here that it's running into. So keep an eye on this. If this holds and it breaks, I think this thing's destined to drop down to the 29 area. So that'd be a great short $4 move in a $34 stock. That's a nice move. There could be a little bit of support here at this gap, so at 30, 50, somewhere in there. That's still a nice move. Any of those is a nice move. So the key is the 200 moving average in this downtrend. So that'll be it for this week. We've got not a lot of data next week. In fact, I think Wednesday, Thursday is most of it. You got the jobs numbers on Thursday, housing on Wednesday. The rest of the time, I think we're going to be watching the euro, see what's going on with the oil spill, and see what's going on overseas. This will be the AK Option Trader signing out. Trade well and prosper.
Going home, but to the place